Ladies and gentlemen, the man who has led this 7-2, number 23 ranked Pitt Panther football team this year, and for the last 11 seasons, I believe, as a whole, head coach Pat Narduzzi.
Yeah, coach!
Hey!
It was a little delay on the clap. I didn't like that either, Coach. How are you feeling, bub?
I feel great.
Huge weekend, it feels like, for your football program, but obviously just next weekend for you. Is that the mindset?
That is the mindset. It's just another game for us. We're excited. We got a great team coming in here. We got a great football team. Should be a great show tomorrow.
Okay, so let's talk about what you said earlier in the week. You stepped in it a little bit. Yeah,
I'm Italian.
Yeah.
Italians, you're going to step in it a little bit. I'm going to step in it a little bit. We step in it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I step in it all the time, but also I think what your intent was, what you would later say is like, I wanted my team and everybody to know, like, hey, for us, our season is not derailed by whatever happens on Saturday. But obviously, national audience immediately hears that and goes, what is this guy even saying? How do you kind of get to the point of what your messaging is, what your mindset is, and how you're trying to kind of build a narrative each week?
Hey, the most important thing is our football team. We got a great football team. The most important thing is our guys in that room, in our team room, and their belief. And I think our guys got a ton of belief in what we have ability-wise, for tomorrow at noon. And that's the only thing that matters is what our kids think.
Yeah, I think so too. We started chatting about it yesterday, and some of the boys at the talks table actually said, Narduzzi said that. So Narduzzi said that so that Narduzzi said that because then Freeman's got to answer questions about winning 103-10. Was this closed Sicilian? Were you potentially doing a little chess play here to put all the pressure on Notre Dame?
You know what? I don't know. I have no idea.
I
don't know what you're talking about. I'm just worried about what we do out on the field tomorrow. It's about executing one play at a time, and we'll get it done.
Hey, listen, you tell me. I don't know, maybe I did do that a little. AJ Hawk has a question for you, Coach, back at the Thunderdome.
Yeah, Coach.
AJ Hawk.
Yes.
Hey, let me first, AJ.
Okay.
AJ.
What's up, Coach?
Coach D'Antonio talked about you all the time.
Oh, he's the man.
Coach D.
Coach
He talked about you. He loves you. He loved you. You were his man.
Oh man, I love Coach D'Antoni. He scared me to death every single day of my life. I played for him, but I respected him. I would die for that guy. So I appreciate that and appreciate what he is doing. But speaking of great defenses, Coach, your defense, especially stopping the run, you have some stud linebackers, obviously, and you guys do a great job of stopping the run. Jeremiah Love comes into town. I guess, what is it when playing great run defense? What do you have to do? I always say there's no secret thing you can do. It's just, hey, gap sound. It's all the boring cliche stuff. But what do you guys do so well, and how do you continue to do that?
AJ, we do what we do. I think that's the main thing. We're not going to change our defenses. I've seen some people change what they do structurally, playing Notre Dame or some other, great teams around the country. And the great thing is our guys get to go out and execute our defense and see how we match up against a great football team. We're going to play with three linebackers as you talk. Kyle Lewis, Braylon Lovelace, Rasheem Biles will be ready to roll, so we're excited to have him back. And, we're going to go out and play defense. It starts with that front four, but we're a 4-3. We're not a 4-2-5. And we think, Kyle Lewis, could play safety. As you saw that one interception against Stanford, that was as good an interception as any DB could have. We're just going to go out and play our game.
Okay, let's talk about your game. It certainly looked a little bit different on the offensive side. AP Tone, Plum native, who he's Duquesne guy, so you've probably heard a couple things he had said, but he loves what you're doing on the offense the last few weeks. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Coach, I do. Obviously, you start the season with Eli Holstein, and now you have Mason Heintschel come in, who is a true freshman. How early did you know in his career because I believe he enrolled early. Was there before coming into the season, did you know there was a chance he was going to play, or because Eli obviously had a great season last season? When did you know it was going to be Mason, and just talk about him a little bit, how incredible he's been as a true freshman?
Yeah, he's done an incredible job. He's a heck of a competitor. He's a preparer. But we didn't think we were going to play Mason this year. We had total trust in Eli, and still do. But we had a couple bad games, and we had to try something just to shake it up a little bit. And I could have looked like one of those Pisons making a bad decision.
We don't like that.
It worked out for us. We knew he was when he came in, we're like, this guy's special. The first time I saw him, he was our scout team quarterback in bowl practice. Before he even enrolled and took a class. And we were like, whoa, you see him throw that ball. I mean, he can throw it. He made our defense better in bowl practice. And, so we knew there was, the ability to get it done. But, did we know it was going to be this early? Absolutely not.
Coach, we rattled off all the Hall of Famers out of the University of Pittsburgh. Obviously, all the deep history and tradition. Feels like a lot of them coming back for this particular game. It's going to be a huge environment, not only because Aaron Donald's numbers getting retired at halftime, Tony Dorsett's getting acknowledged. There's going to be everybody seemingly in the history of Pitt football here tomorrow. And special, Ty has a question for you.
Coach, with all that in mind, is there any plan to have any of those guys maybe address the team or talk to them and kind of remind them about the history and like the excellence and tradition that Pitt has had? We saw the Steelers. This happened a couple weeks ago where Coach Cowher came back and the 05 team was being recognized, and we basically saw a new Steelers team on that Sunday. They looked unbelievable, and you could tell, kind of being reminded of the history and the tradition from people who had done it at the highest level. It added a little extra juice for the game. Like, are there any plans for that going into obviously this massive tilt this weekend?
Yeah, we always got a plan. The first plan is, Darrelle Revis is starting at the beginning of the game, so we're starting him at boundary corner.
No.
Nice.
That's the first thing. Tony's going to come in and give me the old Heisman pose as well. We may get him a couple snaps as well. Jimbo Covert, all those guys. But to answer your question, we always have someone come in on game day, speak to our football team. We've done it for a long time. I got that. AJ, you guys probably did it at Ohio State. D'Antonio got it from probably Jim Tressel. But we always have an honorary captain come speak to our team. So we've got an honorary captain coming in. I won't mention his name here because it's a special guest, but we're excited about the new guy coming in. You want me to break it to you today?
Yeah.
Tyler Palko's coming in.
Yeah.
Tyler Palko. Usually, so Tyler Palko. For you,
Yes,
break it on.
I appreciate you doing
You got
that.
it.
And also, I love Tyler Palko. The Palko family, legendary football family in Pittsburgh. Obviously, he used to have the sick flow. His left-hand spin was outrageous, and he's a great talker. He'll keep that thing colorful tomorrow, from my understanding.
He will.
Listening to
He's
him
kept
speak.
it colorful after a game, I think.
Yeah.
We might even have to play that. His post game. Do you remember his post game?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we need tomorrow out of him, maybe,
No doubt.
for a big one there. There was a stat that was sent over to me. I think it was 2017. Miami came in here, number 2 ranked team. They were like 12-point favorites or something like that. Obviously, Pitt ends up beating them. It was a massive upset. Whenever you think about what's on the line tomorrow for the other team, you've already acknowledged it. Yeah, a little bit too much maybe. But whenever you think about what's on the line for the other team, do you tell the boys about that, about a spoiler possibility? Do you use it as motivation, or is that
Not
something
really.
not for you
Hey,
guys
one
to think
game.
about?
We'll talk about it afterwards. We've had some major upsets throughout. I mean, we went down in 2016 and beat Clemson at Clemson. But, what happened in the past doesn't really matter. This is 2025. What happened in 23 when, we went to, South Bend, what happened in 20, none of that's going to matter. I mean, Tony Dorsett being here, that's not going to matter. It's going to be about what we do tomorrow.
Well, Aaron Donald being here might matter.
Aaron Donald, I forgot to tell you, he's starting too at those guys.
No, you guys can't do this.
Yeah. He's starting too. I forgot to mention him.
I forgot they got.
But he's actually starting the second half. After he gets his jersey retired, then he comes out.
Oh, new number.
Yeah. We're trying to retire that after this game. We'll retire both his numbers.
I love it. They got G League players signing for college basketball now, so you might be able to sign Aaron Donald, especially because he's going to be able to play forever. Now, speaking of Aaron Donald, I think he's given back massively to the program, if I'm not mistaken. Connor has a question for you about all of that.
Yeah, Coach, first of all, I had no idea Bill Goldberg was an alumni of the Pitt Panthers. I didn't realize his jersey was hanging in those rafters. Pretty cool. But one thing that's kind of different, we mentioned before, is that how you guys share a facility with the Steelers. Is there any, advantages that you see on a day-to-day basis with that kind of process? Playing in, Acrisure Stadium, formerly known as Heinz Field, that also just being around their facility, kind of seeing how they operate. What are the advantages? And do you have any aspirations for wanting Pitt to have their own stadium, their own facilities, or do you enjoy kind of the camaraderie and togetherness of sharing it with the Steelers?
Yeah, Connor, the ability to practice next to Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers is absolutely probably one of the biggest advantages we have at Pittsburgh. In the summer, our guys will be out there watching their team practice. We get to watch the tempo. Recruits come in and watch what we do there with the Steelers. We're out there on the field at the same exact time practicing. They're on one end. Mike Tomlin's walking down, seeing what we're doing. We're walking off the field, watching what they're doing. I think that it's a major advantage if all of our guys want to play in the National Football League, but for our guys to go watch how it's done at the next level at the same facility. And as a coach, it's special for us. you know, whether it's OTAs, we're out on that, you know, we've got a patio overlooking their practice. We can walk out there, see what they're doing, whether it's special teams, offense, defense, and just pick up, you know, different things. My first year here, I remember sitting at my desk looking out the window. All of a sudden I saw them doing, you know, down in punts inside, punts inside the, you know, the 10-yard line, and watching them out there with a volleyball. It's like, what a heck of an idea. I mean, you talk about just those little things that you can pick up as a football coach. It comes down to the details and the little things.
Certainly.
But, you know, they were using a volleyball, you know, which is going to bounce better for you, so at least you can practice and have, you know, success at down in that ball. I thought, what a great idea. So, I mean, there's all kinds of things. That was one of the first things I picked by just looking out my window, and I'm like, you know, getting off the phone, running out on the patio to watch more.
Hey, maybe I should be watching these guys practice a little bit. Maybe Tomlin's got to figure it out. Maybe the NFL does. Let's talk about your team and figuring it out. Obviously, when Kenny Pickett was quarterback, I think he's the last time you guys won the ACC. You're still in it right now. The ACC is wide ass open. Obviously,
Notre Dame. We play Notre Dame tomorrow, Pat. Will you get locked
Come on,
in?
Pat.
Like, you're worried about the next step. We're worried about just one football team. Come on, man.
No, but it didn't sound like that from earlier.
We're in the past. Were you thinking about the next game?
No.
You sure? I just want to make sure. When you played?
Well, I just want to winning the ACC for the Pitt program would obviously be gigantic. Right now in the world that we're in, I think you tell me more, actually, because we're in this modern NIL recruiting world that we're in. I think having success is a great thing in the modern,
Absolutely.
especially trying to get this younger generation that understands brands and business and everything more than ever. Feels like NIL, Pitt's going to be in a good spot. I mean, we just mentioned Aaron Donald. He's given back immensely. He's getting his number retired, and he's a college game day guest picker, and I think he has like a part of the locker room that he has given back. NIL, good. Transfer portal stuff, easy because you're in Pittsburgh. You talk about tradition. If you win a championship, that's even like, what is the modern world for Pitt whenever it comes to recruiting and finding players, and how much do ACC championships and shit like that matter over maybe all the other stuff?
Yeah, winning every weekend certainly matters. I mean, it's your brand. We still have our Pitt brand. I think, you know, what we do as coaches, we develop players. I don't know if anybody's developed a football team like we have. I think we've done it with less in Pittsburgh, and all that NIL stuff is great. I want guys that love football. You know, we're going to take that lesser guy, maybe the guy that's not making as much, or, you know, got 2 stars or 3 stars, and develop them. I mean, you look at Kalijah Cansey, Savasier Dennis, some of the guys that have gone, Kenny Pickett. I mean, I think Kenny made peanuts when he was here. It was the first year of NIL. But guys that love football is the key. And winning a championship, you know, we've won one. I think there's only been 3 teams win an ACC championship in the last 15 years. Clemson, obviously, Florida State, and Pitt. So we've done it. We've been there. And but we're going to take it one time, you know, one play at a time and one game at a time.
But now I'm starting to think maybe that one game, I think you remember 13-9, maybe they should throw that out. Maybe we should get a win for that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because you guys are paying players around here. I'm going to investigate that. I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I want to let you know that. But I love the way your team plays. You always have a hard-nosed team. I think that is something you would like your team to have, obviously. You said you're looking for guys that love ball. Being tough, too, feels an obligation from Pittsburgh. Is that an accurate depiction?
Yeah,
of
we
that?
talk about attitude, effort, and toughness. And, you know, that effort and toughness is critical. I mean, we want to be a tough team. Whatever happens on that field tomorrow, you know, when people walk off the field, they're going to get hit by Pitt.
That's kind of a bar.
Yeah.
Hit by Pitt. That's kind of, I don't know if I can really say it that often in my life. But
Look at that. That hit right there.
hit by Pitt.
Biles, he's back.
Yes,
Look
he
at that.
is.
Look at that catch.
Oh,
Is this a Biles highlight tape here today? or what?
It certainly is.
Look at him.
It's a defensive highlight, I think, for you guys. Absolute stuff.
We are a tough football team. We know what to do. We play fast. Try to keep it simple and let our guys go.
Go ahead and hunt a little bit. AJ has the last question for you here, Coach.
Yeah, Coach,
All right, AJ.
You mentioned recruiting these tough guys that love football. How do you know? Is it tougher now to figure out if somebody truly does love ball with all the NIL situation and the money floating around?
You're exactly right. I mean, I think that's part of the evaluation. That's part of those phone calls that you constantly have. What's important to a kid, just digging into who they are. You know, I'll say this. You know, when we get in conversations, our coaches are in schools talking to guys. When the first thing comes up is money and what are you going to pay me? Probably not a Pitt guy, okay? I want someone to tell me who's going to coach me, who's going to develop me. To me, those are important things. There's time to make money in the National Football League, and obviously, you know, I love that we can give our kids money now in NIL and rev share, but, you know, that's all great, but we want guys that want to go out and play football and win championships.
I'll say this, Coach. I didn't expect you to have Air Force Ones on when you walked in. Hey, it looks pretty
My
clean.
equipment guy's good now.
Yeah, you look pretty. I mean, you look good. Hey, you look good. Not enough sauce, I think, for the Paisan that you have. Maybe a pinky ring for tomorrow if you want to take down the Irish. You know, tomorrow's big
Pinky
Italian.
ring, will you have an extra one for me?
No,
Maybe a
Usually.
lucky one.
In the bump,
Used
I'll
to.
get you one. Yeah, I'll get you.
Give me
yeah,
a lucky one.
I used to wear one. I had a 0.01% Italian in me. 23andMe told me that, so I felt like I could really do all the shit. I had a pinky ring. I put on 2 chains. I get it all. You know, you get it. You understand.
I get it. I know.
Well, I want to let you guys know.
Let me see. Wait.
You got the
Right
horn?
there. No horn. I used to have a horn. I think I lost that in the ocean one summer, you know?
It's the oceans now, yeah.
Warding off evil spirits.
Basketball
there.
team might need one.
Look at Narduzzi.
Let's not go there.
Did you hear about last night?
No, I did not. I've been locked in. I'm focused.
Oh, well, let me update you.
Yeah.
West Virginia, guess what we're doing? We're smacking that block. I mean, we are. We're bopping wood.
Hey.
We're tough. Hey, we're a tough out. West Virginia, we're a tough outfit.
But did Bob Huggins come back last night?
No.
My God. You know, my dad tried to hire Bob Huggins at Youngstown State.
Smart man.
Yeah, I bet he did.
Let me just tell you this. It's about finishing. You know, it's not a one-game season. It's about finishing. You can win a big game, but can you compete and do it week in and week out? Pitt does that.
All right. We appreciate you, Coach.
I don't want to hurt your feelings. You did.
We beat your
No,
ass in
you didn't
basketball
beat
last
us. We beat ourselves, but it's okay.
No.
Go put the videotape on.
No.
Go put the video on.
We won.
You
And
did.
on that note,
You did.
Game day
They don't
won.
call legal procedures anymore. Go ahead, next.
We won having Game Day come here. Feels like the city is alive and excited for tomorrow morning. We can't wait to experience it. Thank you for the hospitality, brother. We very
Hey,
much appreciate
you
it.
got it. Where are you going to dinner tonight? Where's your special spot in Pittsburgh?
So I eat Rudy subs every time I come back. Also Dallas.
That's
Style
for lunch.
pizzas.
What are you having for dinner?
So Serafino's, maybe I might stop by there. Is that your spot?
That's my spot now. I can get you reservations because they probably won't let you in, but I'll get you reservations. Just let me
Listen,
know.
I've been in there under somebody else's reservation. I have been in there. The guy that owns that.
Joey.
Yes.
Joey's the man.
He's making it, and then he's delivering it, and then he's telling me where Bill Kyer's from, right down the street. I love that place.
Yeah, that's a great place.
So
That's my
that's your spot?
That's one of my spots. I got plenty of spots. There's so many great places out here.
Yeah, so many.
Oh,
There's everywhere.
this is the best spot to eat food. I can guarantee you that. That's why I love Pittsburgh.
There's Italians everywhere. So I go out to Indiana. Okay.
Nothing.
No Italian.
East Lansing, nothing.
It's a
Nothing.
culture shock.
It
was
is.
an
Yeah,
actual
Fazoli's.
culture shock.
I'm sure it was.
I go from Pittsburgh, exactly. Fazoli's, he just said. Like, Olive
Delicious.
Garden is the closest.
Great
closest
gravy.
we got to-
Bravo in East Lansing. That was it.
And
Bravo's
Buca
not
de
bad.
Beppo started showing up a little
Ooh,
bit.
the
which is
Beppo.
But I'm telling you, in Pittsburgh and then West Virginia as well, Morgantown, Italians everywhere. So you just assume that you can get a good
I've
something.
never eaten a meal down there. I don't think I ever will.
Smart idea.
I'll get poisoned. Try to kill me.
No, I think it's a good idea. Let's ride back. You know, we got that hard edge. I know you're trying to nard edge. All right, we appreciate the hell out of you.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks
Coach
for having me on.
Narduzzi.
Hell-
Go.
You want this, you got that. No way to watch